tell me time is all you need. Realize you can't believe what these voices remedy. These broken melodies.
Hey guys, it's Mugen here. So I'm here with another video of mine, and today we're going to talk about the massive layoffs Bungie has done. Now I know you've probably seen content creators like Acid maybe even Bife make a video about this, but to me I kind of still look at them as like just content creators. Like I don't even look at myself as like a full content creator at this point. I'm just a guy who plays Destiny, and I feel like I'm just like everybody else. Whenever I see these mass layoffs, it kind of reminds me that we don't live in easy times right now, and it's really disheartening to see, I guess, a company that I love, like Bungie is a household name for me. My dad played Halo, and some of the best moments I've ever had with my father was playing Halo with him. Obviously Bungie's made Halo, so like it's a household name for me at this point. Like my dad plays Halo. He doesn't play Destiny. He just replays Halo 3 like all the time. It's his favorite game. And then, you know, of course I'm the son, so like father, like son, I play Destiny, and Destiny is my jam. But it's a core part of my my life. I've been playing since it came out, practically. Almost out high school playing this game. Like there's a lot I have with this game. So when I see Bungie, the company that I love, continue to lay people off, it's just disheartening to see. And every time it happens, you know, we as a community, we're like, well, you know, it won't happen again, or they did it to, you know, keep other people employed, or we make excuses for Bungie executives, right? Like at first, like it was Activision's fault, right? We all blamed Activision for Bungie being greedy. It is easy. Activision's an easy target, so, you know, whatever. But then we realized that it's not all Activision, and it's also Bungie as well. But then we kind of ignored it because Bungie's like the good guy, right? And so you know, we kept going, and, you know, the expansions came out, different news came out. And just this year, because I want to say it was last year, it was just this year they had a huge layoff, and like it was a huge point of conversation. And again, like, you know, for me at least, I'm like, well, they did this to stay afloat. We are in a recession right now. Don't let people say that, you know, we're not. We definitely are. Like, I sell cars, so I see these interest rates. I see people's income on a daily basis. I see it all. Like, we are definitely in a recession right now. And for me, like, to see Bungie do this reminds me of like, okay, well, am I next in my company? You know, and like, I know Bungie, and I'm not going to name where I work, but I sell cars, and video games are like completely two different things, but we are a part of this global market. And so my point here is, I guess the last time I saw this happen, I thought it would be the last time, maybe for like a year, and then they do it again. And frankly, I'm not sure if I can hold Bungie in the same regard that I used to, especially when you hear reports of like the CEO spending like $2.5 million on classic cars. When again, $2.5 million, that's like at least maybe 10 people's salary, or more than that, you know, lowballing it. But then like we want to go talk about Bobby doing what he does at fucking EA or Activision, and it's just, you know, I don't get why Bungie gets to walk with complete diplomatic immunity. And like it took me a lot to kind of like make this kind of video, because I am growing. Like on Instagram, I have over almost about 1,500 followers. It happened within a month. I have over 2.5 million views on Instagram. On YouTube, I have now over 20,000 views. And so I've always wanted to be a content creator. And I feel like everybody has the capacity to do so, because like ultimately we all play the games. You know, it'd be great if we can be seen for content that we create. It'd be really cool. But I feel like by me doing this, it's kind of shooting myself in the foot for like Bungie to like, you know, really look at my account and be like, oh, you do great things, and, you know, stuff like that. Like other content creators, they have a following, so Bungie kind of has to. For me, just getting started is not a really good look for me to critique them, I guess, in their eyes. But this is getting so bad to the point where I am concerned about the community that I am fostering with my content. Me and my friend, because he also makes Destiny 2 content, we talk about this all the time. We don't know what's going to happen after the seasons are done. And so, you know, I think in part due to like their layoffs, Bungie doesn't know what they're doing either, and it's showing. Like if you look at some of the interviews where people ask about what's going to happen after, you know, we kill the witness, and then they keep talking about these basically seasons, because they are seasons. They're not weekly anymore, but it's still the same thing. It's just I don't know. Like I feel like the veil is slowly starting to unravel, and you know, it's hard to believe that Bungie, the people who brought us Halo, and basically like landmark IPs like, you know, Halo, like it redefined the first person shooter, and then Destiny. And Destiny's Destiny. I can't tell you the amount of games that have come into this segment trying to be Destiny and ultimately fail. And then, you know, we have a game like First Descendant that is literally using the same icons as Destiny. Now, it's, you know, due to that, like, let's talk about that. The whole icons thing. Apparently, the icons that Bungie uses are pretty much up for grabs. They're free. But my point here is, like, we have a lot of games trying to be like Destiny. And so it's hard to believe that Bungie has created not just Halo, but Destiny as well. Two of the most heavy-hitting IPs in gaming. And they can't get their act together. Like, I have ADHD. I have money problems. Not because I don't make a lot of it. I make a good amount of it. I just have bad spending problems. And so whenever I look at Bungie, I look at it like basically a company that has ADHD. Like, and if you look at the reports from not only Microsoft, not only Activision, and now Sony, they're all saying the same thing. Bungie burns through cash. And so it's not a problem of cash flow and revenue to be able to retain talent. They just don't know how to spend money correctly. And so you mean to tell me, going back to the point where their CEO has spent $2.5 million on classic cars, wouldn't that money be better allocated somewhere else? You know? Like, to me, like, it just doesn't make sense how you can continue to lay people off, but you go to your garage worth $2.5 million in cars. I'm a car guy, but like, even I have to, like, come on, that's just obnoxious. And that's the main issue of Bungie, is the fact that they don't know how to spend their money. So time will tell, because I feel like their parent company this time around is this is a completely different culture. I don't know if Sony is going to have the stomach for Bungie's antics for much longer. And so I feel like there is good news and bad news. Sony's going to put a tighter leash on Bungie. So we're going to get a more streamlined Bungie, but I don't know if that's going to come at the cost of their creativity and like the company that we all grown to love / hate at times. So again, you know, this has been Mugen. Like and comment if you have any thoughts on this, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.